Shields' Showtime debut came in her second fight, this time at middleweight, against Hungary's Silvia Szabados in Detroit, which is about 60 miles from Flint.
And here is 21-year-old Claressa Shields. The crowd here will tell you everything you need to know.
In simple terms, Shields was too strong, and Szabados was too slow.
Good right hand of the body.
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
Szabados, quote, too many hard blows, end quote.
And new NABF Women's Middleweight Champion, Claressa T-Rex Shields.
Two fights later, Shields, in only her fourth pro bout, fought for 2 world titles at super middleweight. Her opponent, Germany's Nikki Adler, was 16-0, and in skills and speed, about 16 levels below Shields. Boxing doesn't often lend itself to statistics, but this one you couldn't miss. In round 1, Adler failed to land a single punch.
Claressa Shields on the gas early as everybody expected it. She wobbles Adler with a right hand.
She was staggered by a right hand 37 seconds in, and in the second, a hook rocked her again.
Adler's never seen anything like this, and right now she's just overwhelmed.
And again, 5-punch combination and another straight right hand.
Shields was improving. Her punches were straighter than they had been, and she was now showing previously unforeseen patience without sacrificing any of her ferocity.
The left hand rocks her. Back into the ropes and a right hand.
As for Adler, her limited tactics proved something that we already sensed. A flat-footed stance and a high guard wasn't going to cut it against Claressa Shields.
Big left hand staggers her again. And this one is just about done.
10 seconds after Shields connected with a huge hook in the 5th, referee Michael Griffin issued a mercy stoppage.
That's it. It's over. Well stopped. Claressa Shields gets her championship and gets her knockout.
The two-time... For a fighter as focused and athletically gifted as Shields, there was no easing into the pro game. In her 6th fight, she took on her best opponent to date in 154-pound world titleist Hanna Gabriels of Costa Rica. Gabriels was rising to middleweight. Shields was again reducing to middleweight. This was a true test. And the fact that it was a different level challenge was evident in the first round, when an uppercut put Shields on the floor.
Uppercut and down goes Shields.
We've talked about Shields never having to overcome adversity in the ring.
Here we are.
But for the first time in her career, Claressa Shields, as a pro at least, is behind 10-8 on the cards.
It was a frightening way to begin the most important fight of her career to date. But to the surprise of no one who knew her, she kept her poise, recovered quickly, and arguably won all 9 of the remaining rounds of the fight.
Good left hand from Shields. 5 punches unanswered, and Gabriels comes back with one of her own.
Fighting with a champion's mentality, Gabriels landed more punches than any of Shields' previous opponents. But as the fight wore on, Shields imposed her natural advantages in size and strength. Gabriels never wavered, as illustrated by toe-to-toe exchanges at the end of round 6 and the beginning of round 7.
Gabriels fighting like if she's going to go out, she's going to go out on a shield. Good right hand again by Shields. Gabriel still right there.
In the 9th, Gabriels was still trying to win, still trying to recreate the magic she had mustered in round 1. It didn't happen.
And again, a good exchange, and Gabriel still really trying, but finishing second. Great test for Claressa Shields. We all feel she's done enough to win the fight. Being tested far more than she ever was.
Shields won by unanimous decision, adding 2 world middleweight belts to her.
Times, touch gloves, let's do it.
But it didn't turn out to be particularly competitive. In the first round, Shields threw fewer than 30 punches, far below her average. Instead of attacking, she studied Hammer, gauging the distance between them. She took control in the first 10 seconds of the second.
Shields on the attack much more in the second round.
And a pattern began to emerge. Shields scoring with power punches.
There's a good right hand there.
And Hammer responding by unabashedly and perhaps desperately holding.
You can see Shields just going to rough her up. The uglier this fight is, the better it is for Claressa Shields.
It was evident how uncomfortable Shields' aggressiveness made Hammer.
And the mouthpiece drops in a good left hand after the flurry.
Shields began stockpiling rounds, and late in the seventh, and especially in the eighth, she seemed en route to a stoppage win.
Hammer in wholesale retreat here. Shields on top of her with the right hand. Another combination. 6 unanswered punches before Hammer can tie her up.
But to Hammer's credit, she lasted the distance without ever threatening to win.
And a complete victory for Claressa Shields.
Having beaten a pair of legitimate and established champions in Gabriels and Hammer, Shields seeks new challenges.